Welcome everybody to My Rotation, a show where I talk to you about the hip-hop projects that I've listened to and checked out each month. What I'm going to do is give you my thoughts and opinions on them, and I encourage you to do the same by dropping a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell notification to stay up to date on all the episodes of My Rotation. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright, the first order of business is we're going to run down all the projects from January through May that I've been checking out that I really think made an impact this year and have some great replay value. If you haven't checked them out, I definitely encourage it. If you have, if you liked them, didn't like them, let me know. Drop the comments below. First up, we have Evidence, Whether or Not, Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap, Murs, A Strange Journey into the Unimaginable, Prime 2. Styles P had the Nickelback EP as well as the Ghost album. Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy. Prof, Pookie Baby. Jim Jones, Wasted Talent. J. Cole, K.O.D. Royce the 5'9" with Book of Rhyme. I definitely recommend all those. They're all in my rotation. I still check them out, still reference them. A lot of good albums on that list. And we can't forget to mention probably the best single that has dropped this year with the video of the year. I don't think there's any question that this video has a huge impact. Everybody saw it. That's Childish Gambino, This Is America. What I did like, fast forward into June, is the single that Meek dropped on the BET Awards, and that performance of Stay Woke. I thought that the visuals in that were super dope. The message of the song, Miguel singing on the hook, you can't go wrong with that. Definitely check that out, Stay Woke. Alright, so first up we got Pusha T, and he dropped Daytona, the first album or EP, the 7-track projects from Kanye and Good Music. I thought this one had great substance, some really dope beats and samples on there. I really think it's exactly what we wanted from Push. It's the content we wanted. We expect that from Push, and I think his fans really got that. It definitely left me wanting more. I wanted to hear another 5-7 tracks from Pusha in that space. So yeah, I liked it. I was it made me excited for this Good Music rollout. So as you know, the last track on Pusha T's Daytona has some shots at Drake. So then Drake drops Duppy Freestyle, and I liked it. I thought it was a good response to some of the shots that Pusha had for him. And then we were smacked by Pusha T's Story of Adidon. That thing, woo, riddled with some death bars. To me, I think this is probably one of the top 3 rap disses of all time. Just as far as a complete shutdown, You Got Smoke, Take the L. Wow, the impact, definitely in the top 3 rap disses of all time, I believe. Alright, so then we get a nice little 5-track EP from Black Thought. It's called Streams of Thought Volume 1, entirely produced by Ninth Wonder and the Soul Council. 5 solid dope tracks. I thought it was a lyrical bombshell. If you ain't know anything about Black Thought, which you should if you're into hip-hop and you don't know anything about Black Thought, get the fuck out. For real. Black Thought, super dope. Lots of dope lyrics, lots of bars. Dope features on this album from Rhapsody and Styles P. I like both of those records on there. This is a project that's still in my rotation. I'm still going through and dissecting all that lyricism. So if you haven't checked that out, Black Thought, Streams of Thought, it's a 5-track EP. Super dope. Definitely in my rotation. All right, and then we have Benny the Butcher from the Griselda Squad dropping A Friend of Ours. I've definitely been a fan of the Griselda Squad for a while. They have some really dope music. Definitely some street music. The bars and the beats are hard. These guys just stay putting out music, whether it's a mixtape, an album, a project, whatever you want to call it, EP. They stay pumping content. Now, Benny the Butcher, A Friend of Ours. I really like it. I think it plays all the way through. Definitely in my rotation. Alright, and the last and probably most anticipated release of June 1st was Kanye's turn at his album. So he drops Ye. I felt this was definitely highly anticipated because of the Trump and slavery comments. I thought we were going to maybe get some more content into that. And I think it's telling that Kanye brings up mental health. We get a peek into his brain a little bit and what he's going through. And I'm a huge advocate for mental health, so that side of things I can definitely saw coming out in Kanye, and you can definitely hear it in his music. But I just think as a whole, this album, this Ye album, it doesn't really have any replay value other than Yikes. I thought that was a standout song. Still go back and play that every once in a while. I just don't think I'm going to go back and listen to the rest of the album that much, or at all. All right, and then we get hit with the third release from Kanye and Good Music. This one was a joint effort with Kanye and Kid Cudi. It was called Kids See Ghost. I'll be honest, nothing really jumped out at me on this project. There is definitely no replay value to me. I thought the beats were just not anything that caught my ear. I couldn't do it. I just thought the whole project as a whole had a weird vibe, and I'm a fan of Kanye's music for the most part, and I don't know that I've been enough into Kid Cudi's catalog to know if I'm a real fan or not. I don't dislike him for any reason, but I just thought this project just felt weird and had a weird vibe. I would not ever revisit this album. We got a nice release from JRoc. He drops Redemption. This is a dope project. I really liked it. TDE never seems to disappoint when they drop. This is a solid 13-track album. It's full of bars. Features on it are really good. It's Jeremiah, J. Cole, Future, Kendrick, and SZA. I think this project's replay value is high. I'm still listening to it, getting through it. If you haven't yet, definitely check that out. JRoc Redemption, TDE. Won't be disappointed. All right, and then next up we have the fourth Good Music project coming from Nas. I think a lot of people were excited and looking forward to this. I can't lie, I'm not really a fan of Nas on these slower beats. It just doesn't fit right to me. It doesn't. The whole project just felt mismatched and pieced together. Like maybe Kanye got some verses and the beats that Nas originally heard weren't the beats that made the final album. I don't know. It just didn't fit to me. I was left disappointed in the end, and I think a lot of fans were too. We wanted to hear Nas really go on something, and I felt like nothing felt cohesive on the whole project. All right, and then the next day we get this crazy little surprise drop from Jay-Z and Beyonce. They dropped this project without any promo. They dropped it, I think, on like a Saturday night. It's called The Carters, Everything Is Love. It's a 9-track project. I think it's pretty dope. I don't think you can really deny anything on here. I think the production was really dope on it. I enjoyed the music sonically. I just think that it might get swept under the rug because of the timing and how it dropped, and nobody really knew about it. There's a single ape shit that's going around, but I think as a whole, it's a good project. I believe at this point it's still only on Tidal. I don't know if it's going to come off of there. So if you don't have Tidal, you might not be able to check it out. But if you do got Tidal, check it out. It's a really dope project. All right, so we got another release from a Griselda member. This time it's Westside Gunn. He dropped Supreme Blind Tell. I thought this project was really dope. It's more dope street music. I really dig the old wrestling samples and interviews that they incorporated throughout this album. I thought that was really cool. And again, just dope beats, dope production, bars, street music. These guys just keep pumping the streets full of stuff. So if you haven't yet, check them out. Again, that's Westside Gunn and Supreme Blind Tell. All right, so next up we got Freddie Gibbs. He drops his album Freddie. I think the first and obviously most notable thing is the album cover and how he recreated the Teddy Pendergrass cover Teddy. I thought that was pretty creative. I liked it. So I was kind of excited to dive into this album a little bit. But I'll be honest, nothing really jumped out at me on it. I thought, honestly, that the cover was the best part after I got through it. And it's just, I'm still not sold on Freddie Gibbs. I know he's kind of got like a little cult following. I have some friends that I respect their hip-hop opinions that like Freddie Gibbs. I just don't know that I'm sold on him yet. So I don't know that I'll ever revisit this album. Like I said, I think the album cover was better than the music, honestly. Now we come to the last project from Kanye and Good Music. It's Teyana Taylor. She drops Keep That Same Energy. And again, all these Kanye projects, they just seemed rushed and weird, and the upload was difficult, and it was difficult to receive these albums. So Teyana drops this. I didn't really know how I was going to feel about it, but I thought this album had a really dope vibe. I thought it felt good sonically. I liked probably half the songs on that album, and I definitely go back and throw those in the mix, put those in the rotation. Curious what you guys think, how you received her not receiving the album well. Almost like it wasn't her album or not what she expected, or this was the first time she actually heard it. And I think that was the case with a lot of those Kanye projects. What do you think about that? All right, so that leads us into the end of the month and probably one of the biggest releases of the month, Drake. He brings us Scorpion. We definitely wanted to hear what he had to say after remaining quiet all month. We got Side A, right? And Side A is riddled with bars aimed at Kanye West. You got to go through there and pick apart those. I only found maybe a couple little mentions directed at Pusha on 8 out of 10. But the rest, there's things that Kanye weaved throughout the project as a whole, at least on Side A. So check that out. Go back, dissect those. Let me know what you think. I'm not a huge Drake fan. I do like some of his music. I was surprised by this. I had to go through it and really give it some time to kind of see where everything was going. But I liked it. As a whole, I think he probably could have cut this album in half, made it 13 to 15 tracks, and it would have been a real solid project. I only liked a few songs off Side B. Majority of them came on Side A. But overall, I thought it was a solid project. That's everything that I've checked out in June. Oh, with the exception of one album, Casanova, Commissary, that dropped. I gave it a quick listen, breezed through it. I need to go back through it again. So I'll probably include that on July's episode. Maybe not. All right, everybody, that's it. That's the first episode of my rotation, June 2018. If you haven't checked out any of those projects, go ahead and do that. Let me know what you think. If there's some other ones that you've checked out that I didn't mention, go ahead and drop those below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. You can do that by clicking that little button in the corner right there, and then click on your notifications, that little bell. That way you can stay up to date on all the newest episodes of my rotation. I appreciate everyone for watching. Definitely don't forget to comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next month. Peace.